Okay, welcome back to my playthrough of XCOM 2. This is the 16th part of this walkthrough slash playthrough, and this should be the 16th overall mission. If you watched the last video, you know that my avatar bar just completely filled up. I was 3 blocks away from, well, let's go ahead and I'm going to show it to you. I was 3 blocks away from having it be filled, and then instantly within about 2 days it got filled. It got 1 more block, and then less than a day later I got 2 more blocks filled up. And so the timer has started. I have 12 days until I lose the game. So luckily, though, I do have this black site here. I have 2 more days to scan here, and then I can hit that black site, and from what I read, it stops this timer and makes it go back to the blocks again. And then I really need to just start pushing my way this direction, and if I can, and hitting these other facilities. Now this facility, actually, that's the one that gave me 2 blocks. It actually just popped up and caused the timer to start. So I'm gonna try and, after this mission, hit this facility and then make contact over here and hit that facility. And at the same time, I'm just now starting the story missions. I finished the shadow chamber, and I'm researching some story item in the shadow chamber. So hopefully I can knock down some of the avatar progress with the story missions as well. So, but before I do any of that, I have my 3rd retaliation mission that has just popped up. At this point, this is farther in the game than I've ever actually gotten before, so I'm not sure what to expect. I did fight against a berserker for the first time in the UFO mission a couple videos ago, but that was the only time I fought a berserker, and according to this, it's showing me that there are berserkers here in this mission. So let's go ahead and check out my squad.
Sector 9, Western United States.
Now the berserker I fought in the UFO mission was pretty easy because I had my 4 defensive turrets that were able to kill it. Well, I'm not sure how hard it's going to be to kill with just my squad by themselves, but I did manage to, right before the avatar finished, I was able to get plasma rifles for my squad. So I'm actually going to make sure both of my rangers are using plasma rifles until I get the upgraded shotgun. Just because it does more damage than the shotgun, and it has longer range. Okay, and also I got a advanced repeater last mission. I need to put that on one of my squad. And I think I'm actually going to put it on my sniper, just because my sniper is constantly firing and they have the best aim. Actually, You know, I'm actually gonna put it on my support instead. I don't really need that free reload on my support because my support's constantly doing all sorts of stuff and doesn't actually fire their weapon that much, but I do put my supports into Overwatch quite a bit, and this support has that Guardian Angel to where they can possibly fire more than one Overwatch shot, and that's going to increase my chances to have that advanced repeater activate. And it looks like that's going to be it for customizing my squad. And alright, I'm going to go ahead and launch this mission. It is very difficult, the difficulty for it. I have not played any very difficult missions yet.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Squad green to
So
deploy.
this should be interesting. And I do have to watch out for the faceless in this mission. I've never gotten to this retaliation mission, the third one. So I'm not sure how many of the hidden faceless are here. I know there's one in the first retaliation mission. There was 2 of them in the second retaliation. So I'm wondering if there's gonna be 3 hidden faceless in this one here. So I just have to be careful and make sure I'm constantly throwing those battle scanners out to reveal those faceless. And what's discouraging is even after I finish this mission up, I have to go back to the world map and deal with that avatar timer. I think I spent too much time upgrading my squad, and I should have been making more contact with different regions. But I do have a really strong squad right now. But like I said, it doesn't matter, I guess, how strong my squad is if the avatar timer gets down to 0. So I have my 2 stealth rangers. I'm going to, like usual, I'm going to move them up first.
Roger that.
I'm going.
I hope it's worth it.
I guess that'll be okay.
Finally!
And what would be ideal right here is if on this first turn, if I'm actually going to put these 4 squad members, I dashed with my 2 rangers up to here and 1 on each side, so I knew that I could just freely move my squad up to this point. I can't go past my 2 rangers, but because I might activate some enemies, but they're good where they're at. So I'm actually just going to Overwatch with them and see if I can catch an enemy squad on this next turn in my Overwatch shots.
I'm on it!
That would be ideal.
I'm on it.
I'm on it!
Okay, so it looks like I am going to catch them in my Overwatch, and that looks like a Berserker. Yeah, that's definitely a Berserker. So, I've never been hit by a Berserker. Like I said, the first time I've encountered one was that UFO mission, and he never actually got to my base where my soldiers were. He got taken out by the auto turrets. So I'm not sure how much damage they do, and I really don't want to find out. So I think I need to focus fire the Berserker, and it looks like he's also got 2 mutons with him, which are pretty tough on their own by themselves. So it's possible I might have to actually use up my mimic beacon right here on the very first enemy squad, because that is by far the strongest single enemy squad I've faced so far. Okay, so I do have a 96% chance shot there. And a 25% chance to critical strike. Now, that basically means I have a 25% chance of killing him. So I'm gonna hold off on that shot right now and see what I can do with my other attacks first. See what my sniper's able to do. Okay, so I can actually do my lightning hands, but it's only gonna hit that guy. The sniper just doesn't have very good vision right here.
I'm going.
Okay, so this is better. I have a 89% chance, and then I can also do my face-off here with another 89% chance. 49, 89. Okay, so he can't even see the Berserker, unfortunately. So what I think I need to do is I need to clear out some of this cover.
If you say so.
Now, I know I'm just putting my soldiers out in the middle there, but this is the best position to get the shots I want. They're not behind any cover, but I'm either going to wipe out this squad or I'm not going to, and at that point I'm going to throw my mimic beacon, so it doesn't matter that my soldiers are exposed. Yeah, I think it would be safe to use my mimic beacon here because this has to be the strongest squad in this specific mission. I don't see them having multiple enemy squads this strong. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire that grenade. Okay, so that was pretty weak. It did 1 damage to each muton and shredded the armor. But that did open this up so that now all of my soldiers can get basically 100% shots on the 2 mutons, and then they can also see the Berserker as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this lightning shot on. I'm actually gonna do it on the Berserker, because I think I can one-hit these mutons now with my 2 rangers. So I'm gonna fire this at the Berserker because I have to start chipping away at that health on it. Okay, so somehow I missed. So now I'm going to use the face-off. Take a shot at all 9 of them. Okay, so
Hard target, minimal damage.
not any major damage, but that's gonna allow my rangers to kill the mutons, and then I've got my 2 specialists that can possibly take down the berserker, but honestly, I'm not sure. I have to save my blue specialist until last because she has the mimic beacon. So basically every time every round she's my last person that I attack with. So I'm actually gonna take the 96% shot because I want my yellow ranger, which is farther away, to hit the closer muton. Okay, so that one got taken out.
There you go. They've seen me.
These new rifles are actually coming in very handy here.
Moving.
And actually after this combat round, I can actually conceal both of my rangers. I might just conceal one of them so the other one's able to take Overwatch shots. And then once my ranger gets revealed, I'll just conceal the other one. So.
All right, I'll go.
Okay, so that's a 85%. Okay, so this is unfortunate. It looks like I'm gonna move him forward first before I do anything.
Let's move already.
So I have a 91% shot here. 0 chance to critical, and it's gonna leave the muton with 1 block of health. Regardless, there's no way it's going to kill him, even if it hits. There's no chance of a critical, and I really don't want to find out how much damage those berserkers do. So it's kind of a waste, but I'm gonna go ahead and just use my mimic beacon.
I'm going.
On the move.
I generally don't like to use the mimic beacon on the first squad of enemies, but this is a time-sensitive mission, and like I mentioned, that I'm pretty sure I just wiped out the strongest enemy squad that's here. It looks like the one that just killed the civilian. It looks like that's the strongest one in that group is a Viper, which I can kill those Vipers easily now. So I'm gonna actually have my Green Ranger stealth,
Hiding out.
just because
Position compromised.
my Green Ranger's a little bit more closer range oriented, even though she doesn't have the shotgun anymore. She has that grenade that does 5 damage instead of 3 damage. And
What's over there?
my Yellow Ranger has that death from above ability, so he would be better on Overwatch up high, which I think I might actually put him up here, put him on Overwatch.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Because then if he gets the chance to shoot an enemy from up there next turn, then he'll get the death from above to activate, and that will allow him to shoot 2 enemies as long as he kills one of them. So I'm just gonna reload
Green to go.
and fire. I don't want to move my soldiers any farther forward because I don't have enough attacks left this turn, so to do anything if I activated another enemy group. So I just need to have them stand right where they are and go into Overwatch until next turn, and then I can kind of regroup.
Come get some.
So I think I'm gonna go start pushing up towards where that civilian just died and try and wipe that squad out real quick. And I think I'm gonna try and, I was thinking of trying and doing it from elevation, but it looks like this building's just really small. And that enemy was actually pretty far away. So I'm actually going to conceal this ranger as well. Just because I kind of want to get him into a position to use that death from above. That would be nice.
Alright, I'll go.
You know what? I need to watch out for Faceless here. I completely forgot about them, and I'm seeing all of these civilians, and any one of them could be a Faceless.
I hope it's worth it. What's over there?
Now, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 civilians right here in this open area, and I need to save 6 of them. So, theoretically, that means the enemies should be coming towards this direction, out in the open. I'm gonna go ahead and save this civilian. I might actually just start focusing on saving the civilians right now. And since he's stealthed, I'm gonna have him activate some Faceless, hopefully. Scan this area here. And then I'll have my other Green Ranger possibly scan as well. Okay, so it looks like I activated Faceless. So that Faceless is actually gonna charge towards my soldiers on the enemy turn. But he shouldn't be able to get to them. Oh wow, she actually got revealed, it looks like. That's interesting. So I'm actually going to take this shot here. Okay. And just to be safe, I'm going to send in that combat protocol and finish it off. I was going to try and have it lead into my Overwatch shots, but it's safer just to kill it. Oh, that's not good. It looks like I revealed another group of enemies. I'm not sure how it revealed them. I think my gremlin actually possibly revealed them, which is, I've never seen that before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use something I've never really used before. I'm going to put aid protocol on my Green Ranger there. I almost never use that, but she's pretty out in the open here and exposed, and I mean those enemies were right here, so they can probably get into shooting range. So that extra 30 defense is going to help. And I'm going to move my sniper. I'm going to move my sniper right here.
Alright, I'll go.
And hopefully next turn my sniper is going to be able to pick off at least one of those enemies.
Overwatch.
That is odd though that my gremlin activated a group of enemies. Okay, so looks like they didn't come forward at all. I'm gonna do something kind of dumb right here.
Is it clear? Go! Get out of here!
So I really shouldn't have went so far forward like that, but I'm running out of civilians to save, so I really need to get these civilians right here. Looks like I have two. I need 1, 2, 3, and I need one more after those 3. I mean, even if my soldiers end up taking a little bit of damage by getting these civilians, I have to get them. And I think my pink specialist can grab this one.
I'm going. Go on, keep going.
And I'm thinking about running my Green Ranger over here and grabbing him, but then he's going to be exposed, but I can send my other drone in, possibly. That's what I'm thinking of doing. And I will do
I
it.
hope it's worth it. You're clear, move out.
Okay, so what I'll do is my pink specialist here, I'm going to send his aid protocol over to him or her. I keep calling it him. So, like I said, I never use those aid protocols, but they've actually came in really handy in this mission. And I'm going to run up here and grab that.
Come on, head to the ship.
Okay, so now I just need one more civilian. There's 4 more left. Looks like there's one here, one here. Not sure where the others are, so I really need to push up here, it looks like. Or at least stealth my Yellow Ranger over here and grab a civilian. My soldiers are just so far away, so I'm actually going to sprint them up there. because I'm so far away and I've got so few turns left. It's like a good
Stepping off.
spot. I'm just dreading dealing with that avatar timer after this mission. Okay, so now what's odd is my gremlin activated that group up top there, but they haven't attacked. So it must have just been some sort of bug or something. Now I can almost sprint there. I can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go right here, probably activate the enemies. Oh no, I guess not. Okay, so I'm basically in a good spot here. I've got good coverage on you know, my sides in the front, and I have a civilian right in front of me. So if the enemies come for that civilian, they're gonna walk right into my overwatch shots. So I'm going to most likely overwatch with the Green Ranger, and I'm gonna overwatch with
I guess that'll be
everyone here, because I think they can all take overwatch shots from where they're at.
Finally!
Is it clear?
Once I save that last civilian, then I can just kind of dig in a position and just wait for the enemy to come.
Getting.
Got it covered. Come get some.
Okay, and I'm going to position him in a spot where he can possibly just ambush an enemy next turn. So I'm going to completely hide him behind this car. Even though he's got stealth, he should.
Got it covered.
On Overwatch.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is my ranger that still has stealth, I'm going to use his move to actually move up here and get that civilian.
Get out of here.
And
Status confirmed. We've secured a
see,
civilian
so there's
contact.
one there, one there. There has to be another faceless. I think it's one of these, to be honest. I'm gonna go ahead and, since my Green Ranger is so far forward, I'm going to throw a battle scanner with them. Scan these two civilians. I don't need these civilians. I don't think they give you anything extra if you get more than the required civilians. But I want to make sure that they're not faceless. Okay, it looks like they are not faceless. So those are the last two civilians, and that means that both enemy squads are actually going to be moving towards me.
Affirmative. Covering now.
So I want to
It is clear.
move my soldiers as close to my Green Ranger as possible up there, without using up their second move. So he is actually going to just... I'm going to just have him stand right there. Because next turn he's probably going to be throwing a grenade.
All right, I'll go. Moving to Overwatch.
Let's do this! Overwatch!
Okay, so now my yellow ranger, he still has stealth, and I don't want to just put him into Overwatch here, because if the enemy pops out and reveals him, then they can actually take some shots at him. So I'm gonna put him back behind this car, and then next turn he should be able to utilize his Shadow Strike ability to take a pretty decent shot on an enemy. Oh wow. So it looks like, I guess they have to be just still walking towards me. Now the enemy was over here, so it might take them a few turns to get to me. So I'm just going to use this turn to reposition my soldiers into an even better position here. This is kind of odd because of this truck right here. My people can't see past this truck. So I'm going to move him forward and see if there's any room here to where I can move my soldiers up past this truck.
Heading out.
Okay, so there is an enemy right there. They are way back there. That's the edge of the map almost. Okay, so since they are back there, I'm going to just move everyone up to this fence right here.
Let's move already!
And my sniper can't see them, so I'm going to move over here.
I'm going.
Okay, so I can see them for the next turn, and I'll take a shot on them.
Moving to
See if I can
Overwatch.
take them out. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go rescue them.
Orders confirmed. Moving out. I got you. Go.
Like I said, I'm not sure if it gives you anything extra if you rescue more than what you need to rescue, but kind of makes the mission easier because now I know that's the last civilian. The enemy should be coming towards them.
What's over there? On Overwatch.
I'm on it.
Moving to Overwatch.
Covering now.
Okay, so there goes the last civilian. So there are no more civilians left here.
Into a massacre out there, Commander. That
But I
camp is
did
getting
get
wiped out.
the minimum of 6. I actually got 7. Oh wow, so looks like there is another berserker. So there are 3 enemy squads left. That is surprising and kind of terrifying. Because there's also that Viper squad that's right where this berserker popped out of. Now, luckily, this berserker looks like he might actually go down this turn. Yeah, he's gonna go down.
I got it. Right
So that was lucky. I don't have to deal with him because I don't have my mimic beacon anymore. I used it on the first berserker. So it looks like there are a total of 4 enemies that are activated. Plus, there is that Viper group that's really close. They will pop out next turn. They just killed that civilian that was right here. So they must be like right here. I'm not worried about the robot. I can kill him with probably 1 drone strike. Not really worried about the guy next to the car. I'm more worried about the 2 enemies way in the back. I mean, not just because they're so far away that I can't really flank them or anything, but they also have that armor buff on them. That armor buff basically gives them 3 extra health. Now, I can probably loop around here and I might be able to take him out with 1 or 2 shots. Well, actually, I could wipe him out with just use both of my drones, and that would kill him. But then that leaves the robot here. So, like I always say, this game's kind of just like a puzzle. You just have to figure out how to fit the pieces together. So I might as well use this ability. That's the only target it allowed me to fire at.
Oh, come on!
And I could try and move forward and use my face off, but I don't think my pistol can fire this far. And even if it could, I mean, that guy's got armor and he has that special buff, so my pistol would probably do like 1 damage to him, probably 1 damage to him, and that's only if it even hits. So I'm probably just gonna snipe with a 100% chance. Yeah, and I'm gonna snipe on the officer there. So you can see I took out the shield that was around him, and I did 4 damage. So let's see. So now I'm going to really need to take this guy.
All right, I'll go.
And I think I can from right here. I should be able to kill him with this shot. And now my Green Ranger's actually got no ammo left, so next turn she's gonna have to reload there. And unfortunately, this implacable skill, it makes me move even if I don't want to. That's one thing I don't like about it.
What's over there?
I could have moved my Green Ranger back here, or even back here, but next turn I have to reload and then be able to fire that same turn, hopefully. So I can't hide her behind the car, because then once she reloads next turn, she fire. Plus, it looks like that car is on fire now. I just realized that. So, good thing I did. See how smart I am. And I do have 4 attacks left. I can kill him with 1 attack, hopefully. You know what? Let's see if I'm right. Send in the drone strike. Hopefully that drone doesn't activate the enemy Viper group. Okay, so that actually did the rare 3 damage instead of 4. Usually it does a total of 8 damage, but it didn't do it this time, unfortunately. So the enemy is going to be able to fire at me next turn, which is unfortunate. But I'm pretty sure I can take a hit. Oh wow, that's a very bad miss right there. That's unfortunate.
Out of rounds.
Because I do have to kill that robot, so even if I have to use my last combat protocol. Okay, that's a 99% chance. I'm just gonna take it. I'm pretty confident in that one.
You can't handle me. Looks like this might be
And now this ranger, I can't really move because if I move over here and reveal or attack or even move here, it's gonna give me vision on that Viper that's over here in his group. So I think I'm just gonna fire right from where I'm at. Oh, I guess I can't. So I have to move over 1 spot. And
Roger that.
I'm gonna just take the shot from right here. Oh, actually, I can't fire at the other one. Huh. Well, I was gonna fire at this guy here, kill him, but it looks like I can't see him. Stupid trees on the way. So, just gotta do what I gotta do. Missed that shot. Okay, so they're gonna get 2 shots in, it looks like. And then there's that Viper group. Okay, so he moved and then he used his mark ability. So he actually didn't fire this turn. Now this guy's gonna fire. Okay, so he missed. I lucked out on that because he missed. There goes that car. Oh wow, I actually was too close to it with my Green Ranger. So looks like my Green Ranger is gonna be taking a little vacation soon, for at least probably 10 or so days. Now this is actually possibly a good chance to use my face-off ability. I think I'll be able to hit 2-3 enemies with it. I mean, the other option is I can get a guaranteed kill on the officer. I might actually do that. But first off, let's go fire some grenades. That's always
What's over
fun.
there?
Can't really do anything else with them. So there's an enemy here. And oh, there's one hiding behind there. Okay. So I'm gonna put my grenade on these two guys.
Throwing grenade.
I'm not really worried about the Viper because they almost always use their constrict tail attack on their first attack. Did that kill that guy? Oh wow, he had a building fall on him. I've never seen that before. The building literally fell on him and crushed him. Okay, that works. Okay, and I still have my combat protocols that I can use. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that shot with my sniper. Instead of using my face-off, I'm gonna take that guaranteed, for the most part, kill. Actually, I'm taking this shot now. The other one was about 87%.
One down, thousands to go.
Okay, so with my Ranger, Green Ranger, I gotta reload and just fire right from where I'm at. Which looks to be right there.
One down, thousands to go.
So I have got 3 more attacks. And I have to take out 2 enemies that have full health. There is always a way to solve the puzzle. I just have to figure it out. Okay, so what if I actually attack him with a Yellow Ranger? That might be the play. Because I can use 2 drones to kill this guy. I'm gonna put 1 drone on that guy and just kind of see how much damage it does.
Is it clear?
Oh wow, he doesn't have any more combat protocols. I thought I spaced them out between my 2 specialists, but I guess I was wrong. Okay. So this isn't what I planned. Okay, so I'm gonna go behind him and see if I can get like a pretty good critical hit in here. Okay, so that actually worked out pretty good. Because now I can toss a grenade. Oh, he doesn't have a long enough arm. Well, I do have to kill that guy. Because, like I said, the Viper's probably going to just use Restrict on me. Hopefully. Theoretically.
Let's do this!
This mission actually is taking quite... so my last attack. Now, luckily my Green Ranger, after that's what's great about Implacable, is I reloaded, I fired my weapon and killed someone, and because I killed someone, now if I didn't kill someone, or if I just reloaded and fired my weapon like a regular soldier, he'd be stuck standing right here, you know, probably gonna get killed because her life's halfway gone already. But because I got that Implacable from killing that enemy, now I get to move her and go run and hide. So I'm actually going to run as far away from that Viper as I can, and looks like I don't see any heavy cover, unfortunately. So I'm actually just going to run up there. And here, that's a 41% shot. But I have a feeling that this Viper might, well, it's a 41% shot, and it would kill the Viper if it hits, if he doesn't dodge. I'm gonna go for it. Okay, so it actually missed, but I still did 2 damage from my weapon modification. So it looks like the Viper is gonna be able to attack one of my guys. Now, like I said, they almost always do that constrict on their first attack, and that constrict only does 2 damage. It's not going to make that soldier that gets constricted, it's not going to make them have to stay in the med bay for very long. That guy will be available for the next mission. 2 damage is nothing. So what I like to do is to remove the constrict. I like to use combat protocol. That'll zap the snake. And then it frees up the soldier that he was constricting, which ends up being right next to him. So reload my weapon. And show him that he made a big mistake. So first I'm going to grab this item.
Location confirmed. Item here.
And now I'm going to wipe him out. And that should be it for the enemies.
That's it.
Oh no, it's not. Uh-oh. I completely forgot about that other faceless. Where? I don't even see where he is. Well, I guess I just need to... I kind of have to protect my soldiers that are farther forward, like him and him. So I'm gonna move all of my guys in this direction and put them on Overwatch. Now everybody's pretty low on ammo. Okay, the range or the sniper should be good.
I'm on it.
Okay, it looks like he's going to have to use both of his moves to sprint towards me. But this might actually kill him.
Enemy is still up.
I mean, those plasma rifles that I just got seem to do about pretty consistent 7 to 8 damage. But they missed, so... Guess it doesn't matter how much damage they do if they just miss. Okay, so everybody's low on ammo now. I'm just gonna take some shots right from where they're at. Okay, so that took out that faceless pretty much in one shot.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts. The AO is clear. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Oh, it looks like my Green Ranger got promoted. They deserved it. So I would have to say in that mission, my most useless soldier was my Grenader. The Grenaders are good, especially in missions where there's a lot of tall buildings, because you can actually fire the grenades, and enemies that are on the second or higher floor, you can shoot them with grenades so that the floor falls out from under them, and then they fall down and take even more damage. So that's what I like to use grenaders for. But in missions where you're out in the open and there's a lot of armored enemies, they're not really that great. Okay, so it looks like my Green Ranger is going to be out for 23 days. I can actually put a engineer into the Advanced Warfare Center and decrease that time to about 12 days, I believe. But they did get promoted. Okay. This is actually the highest I've ever ranked any of my soldiers, so I'm not sure what these abilities do or which one's best. But I think it looks like the untouchable skill is probably the best. Deep cover, it's if you did not attack this turn, you hunker down automatically. I usually attack it just about every turn. I use my rangers, except for the turns when they're stealth. And when they're stealth, they don't need to hunker down. So I'm going to use untouchable. Then, like I said, the Grenader got that constrict on him for 2 damage, and he's only going to be out for 2 days. That's nothing. He'll brush it off. And I'm actually surprised because my Yellow Ranger, by mission 3 of this playthrough, he had, I believe it was 11 or 12 kills, and now he actually got surpassed by my Green Ranger. I think that's because my Green Ranger, I tend to have as my main scout, because my Yellow Ranger does have that death from above ability. Alright, let's check out my loot. I got an advanced air trigger. That's actually a pretty good one. I'm actually going to give this air trigger to one of my Rangers, probably my Green Ranger. It gives a 10% chance that when I attack, it doesn't cost an action, so that I can essentially attack twice. It's a 10% chance, so you know, it'll theoretically happen 1 in every 10 attacks. but my Green Ranger, as you can see by the 31 kills, usually makes the most attacks per mission. So it would be best suited on my Green Ranger. Got all these corpses, so that is that.
Hello, Commander.
And I don't think I got any rewards for that mission. I don't think you get them for the retaliation, but I did get more faceless corpses, so I think I can build another mimic beacon. Yeah, I can build another mimic beacon, so I need to, since I'm in the US already, I'm gonna go up to the black market and buy or sell some stuff and get this mimic beacon, and then I have to go finish up scanning and then hit that black site right away. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. I appreciate all the support, and like I always say, I am a pretty new streamer and YouTuber, so any likes you can give me on this video are much appreciated, and as always, thank you for watching.